I was 4 years old, my parents bought my brother a dog. He named her Jenny. I loved Jenny, and we all loved Jenny, and we used to fight over whose bed she would sleep in at night, and my parents decided to buy me a dog. So they bought me a dog that I named Keely, and I had her for just a few months before she got hit by a car when she was about 7 months old. And so they decided to get me another dog, who I named AJ. I wanted to name him Alexander, and my sister wanted to name him Jamie, so I compromised and named him Alexander James and called him AJ. We actually even ended up breeding AJ and Jenny multiple times, so they had lots of puppies, one of which I still have today, Molly. AJ was my first best friend in the whole world. Our bond was immensely strengthened when I started showing him. I would train him, and I would show him in dog shows for 4-H and for other competitions, and we won countless awards, often getting first place in showmanship, because he was a beautiful dog and I knew how to show him off.
And there was a hope as we shouted hallelujah.
He became not only my best friend, but my world. On Saturday, April 26, 2014, I was at a friend's house when AJ and Jenny ran away. This was a common occurrence because AJ and Jenny are beagles, and beagles love to hunt, and we live in the country where there are lots of bunny rabbits to go out and hunt. So they ran away that day, and the next day Jenny came back. I can still remember waiting out on the porch for them, and I saw Jenny running across the field, and I was just so happy to have her back home. So Jenny came back that day with porcupine quills in her face. AJ did not. A couple weeks before this, I was in church, and they showed a video about a guy who didn't know Jesus or if he was real or not. So he asked God to prove himself to him. The man got cancer. The doctor said he wouldn't make it, but Jesus proved them wrong. He needed one certain type of blood, and there were about 1,000 donors available, and one blood type matched. So in church that day when I was 13 years old, I asked Jesus to prove himself to me, like he did with that guy. I had no idea what I was asking for. When AJ ran away and was gone for days, I was discouraged. I almost thought he was dead, but something inside me just wouldn't give up. I asked Jesus to keep away the fear, and he did. Whenever I thought about AJ, I thought I would cry, but I didn't, and I didn't know why. I just waited and waited, and one day, exactly a week later, my boy showed up in my backyard. And that's when I knew. I think a lot of people expect God to prove himself in miraculous ways, like with the cancer. And that happens. He is a God of miracles after all. But the things that God made me passionate about were not an accident. God made me passionate about my dogs, and he used my dog to prove himself to me in a way that I never could have asked for or imagined. But God knew what he was doing, and he knew how to prove himself to me.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.